What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tonyd2wild checking in once again. Got 'em early. Woo! Today, guys, we got the Jordan 4 Oxidized Green. Next up, we actually have a shoe that was pretty popular back in 2019. The overall model itself is very popular, but this particular colorway was kind of popular. It is being brought back now at the end of this month, and that is the Vomero 5 Racer Blue. So you guys know we've been getting Vomeros for quite some time now, and this one is actually in a little bit of a different box. You know, that special edition box. And this is actually releasing on May 31st. And this is the Vomero 5 Racer Blue, or Nike Zoom Vomero 5 SESP. Special edition, special projects. So these will be retailing at $150 and releasing on May 31st. So make sure you guys and girls are tuned in. I believe that these may be available over on SoPlay ATL, if not in store at their location, but definitely some of the like original Vomeros that had came out back in 2019 when things had started picking up for Vomeros, and you know, very popular. It was like when Vomeros first came out, it was just crazy. And then Nike flooded the market, and now, you know, they're very easy to get your hands on. Sometimes you can get them on sale, and for the most part, very good looking shoes, very comfortable shoes, and for the most part, you know, they look good with any type of style you want, in my opinion. That's just me. But this is a release that happened back in 2019, and now we are seeing these come back in 2024. This pair, alongside with another pair, will be releasing in the near future, leading into June. So stay tuned, because this is not the last time you'll be seeing an old Vomero kind of, you know, restocking or re-releasing in this year. This one is in May 31st. Another one is happening later on in June, which we'll probably get to within next week or so. With that being said, we may drop a review on this. I don't know. I don't know if I did a Vomero review yet, but we'll see. If I get time, I got a lot of stuff to do, and we're backed up on this channel. Like, we can literally drop something every single day. Last but not least, and the reason why you guys are more than likely here, is the Jordan 4 Oxidized Green. Quick interruption, guys. Me and Seth Fowler are giving away a pair of Jordan 4 Military Blue as well as a Jordan 4 Oxidized Green. The rules are fairly simple. Make sure you guys and girls are subscribed to me and Seth Fowler's channel. The link will be down below in the description, as well as go and give us a follow on our Instagram. The links to those will be down below in the description. Like this video, comment down below in this video's comment section, done with your IG handle. All you have to do after that is click the link to the next video, which will be Seth's video, where you do the same exact thing. So you got 2 entries on 2 channels, 2 chances to win a pair of Jordan 4 Military Blues or a pair of Jordan 4 Oxidized Greens. The announcement will be on June 17th, the day after Father's Day. So hop on it now. Check out the links down below in the description for all the details needed on this giveaway. Enjoy. So yeah, guys, we have in the Jordan 4 Oxidized Green. Now, these were initially set to release. I seen dates of July 13th, then moved it to May 15th. I think it's actually released in certain countries already, like Canada. I've seen where they already had them released. Now, as far as what I've seen lately, and the fact that I got these in my possession now, I've seen one other date, and that is June 15th. So with that being said, I think that this is the date so far that we're gonna see a release of this. The Jordan 4 Oxidized Green, look at that box. It has that metallic sheen overall to it, sparkles and a little bit of reflection, and a little bit glitter metallic sheen going on, which is something different, you know? I like it a lot. It looks nice, clean. Retail, from what I've seen so far, is $210. Now, I did see a site say $215, but don't hold me to it. And when we do the full in-depth review, we will then get you guys all the necessary numbers and dates that you need to know more about that, which we should be able to drop this review maybe leading into like Monday or Tuesday of this upcoming week. But for the most part, man, the Jordan 4 Oxidized Green, it has a very solid upper tumble leather. Quality is really, really nice on these. And to be honest, what this reminds me of is the Jordan 4 like metallic series. We've seen in the past, they were metallic, they released the metallic green, the metallic orange, metallic red, and I think maybe it was a metallic yellow. I know there was a green. I think it was a green, purple, red, and orange for sure that released a little while back, right? And of course we know metallic series from the Jordan 1 that was actually released as the original, some of the original colorways from back in 1985. But this one in particular, it is somewhat kind of similar to metallic, but it is a little bit different as well. The oxidized green look that they're trying to say here is a lot of what is going on with that shine. And if you look at it, it isn't as metallic, but it looks different. It's closer to, I don't know why I keep mentioning metallic, because it does have that metallic look, but it's not that chrome metal look at the same time. It has more of a glitter, but a sheen. It's hard to describe this goddamn shoe, I'm gonna be honest. But it looks nice, it looks nice. Overall, you have the sail going on around the midsole and on the other side, so you have some little bit of sail. It has an old school look, oxidized. You kind of think of like something that's been sitting around, something that's been old, but I don't really think that at all has anything to do with it. It just has, once again, man, like glitter in the goddamn paint. On the inside though, also on this part right here, you have what seems to be almost like a satin insole or satin even sock liner. And on the insole is also green with a white Jumpman. The back part, it is what appears to be almost like a translucent clear insole with that green oxidized backing, which reminds me a lot of the Jordan 4 Legend Blue, aka the Jordan 4 Columbia. The way it has that plastic, almost like clear coating, but then you can see underneath the blue on the Legend Blue, and on this one in particular, like an oxidized green. So I think these are pretty solid, bro. Like, this is definitely a shoe that I've been thinking about, actually picking up and keeping in the collection. I don't really have anything like this from the Jordan 4s. In general, as far as colors go, I do have the SBs, but they're not like this. This has an old school look to it. It also reminds me a lot of a shoe that I used to own back in the day, the Jordan 14 Forest Green. It was a very nice colorway that dropped. That hopefully one day they drop them again. But it just has a certain old school look to it. I'm not gonna lie. Better yet, now I know why I'm saying old and all these things, right? What this reminds me a lot of, specifically like the paint of this oxidized green, is if you've seen any of the Nike Dunk Lows that are the vintage style, right? It's called like the vintage green or the vintage blue or vintage black, which are majority of the time, from what I've seen, being women only or women's exclusive. They look a lot like this when it comes to the material and that color that is utilized on the material and on this paint right here. I'm not gonna lie also that when I saw this shoe, I thought it was gonna be a women's exclusive or a women's shoe for that same reasoning. It just had that look overall of like, yeah, that's gonna end up being a women's shoe because it has that glitter, that shine to it. But hey, it's, from the most part, it's not. It seems like it's a unisex release. You have men 8.5 on top with the 10 on the bottom. Jordan 4 retro white / oxidized green white. And yeah, they went all out. I'm curious to know more about this. This is sometimes some of the issues when it comes to getting in shoes very early. I don't always know every single thing, like what that green is. So for instance, we got Kobe 4 Protros in recently, which were called the Girl Dads, right? And they had this bi-coastal green. And from what I recently did some little bit of research and seen on the internet, as supposedly that green from that shoe is representing what Kobe was wearing that night of his last game that he went to, the Lakers game with his daughter Gigi, which was a Philadelphia, I believe, beanie. He might even had a Philadelphia hoodie on as well, but representing like the Philadelphia Eagles and representing like basically his hometown. And yeah, that's possibly what that could have been. At the same time, maybe I'm reaching bi-coastal, Philly, East Coast, Los Angeles, West Coast, bi-coastals. Yeah, I'm reaching. But with that being said, we will definitely do a little bit of a deeper dive on these, but in my opinion, if you want to know, the quality on these are very, very nice. The cuts, the craftsmanship, even like the shape overall, I really like what they did here. It seems like there's a little bit of difference, in my opinion, on the overall toe box as well. I was gonna pull out the SBs, but these are a little bit of the closer, most recent. I mean, these are pretty much the same as far as this overall look, but from this looking even here, it just seems like the toe box curls over even more into the top of the toe here than even on the metallic blue, but maybe it's my eyes a little bit. Let me just see if I can just try to see it myself. They seem pretty standard, but they definitely got this shape right that I like, at least. The toe box overall with the 4, I'm really digging it. Used to be back in the day that was like shorter, it would stop almost right here. It's starting to curve kind of in, and I overall like the shape here that they utilize on this Jordan 4. I like the leather quality. It's very nice as well, and I think personally these will do pretty decent. One thing with this whole situation with Jordans, ones, everything selling below retail, the Jordan 4 still kind of, there's been certain releases on the 4s that have not done well, but it's been one of the last shoes that have held on to the hype and demand out of everything else. 11s a little bit too, but 4s and 11s are pretty much holding on strong. And it's crazy to say that because, I mean, there was a time when I remember 3s being at the top of the food chain. There was a time when 7s were at the top of the food chain. You know, don't get me wrong. I mean, and 1s at the top of the food chain. 11s have always had their own little place, in my opinion. 4s were always nice as well, but 7s, 3s, and 7, 3s, and 11s, they had like little specialties to them. So, you know, we'll just have to wait and see. So now, I had to go check myself just to make sure I ain't tripping and make sure I don't eat my words, which kind of had to. I went to go look and see at some of the sales that's been going on in the secondary market. And in my size, these shoes have been sitting around the 195 to like 196 as far as how they are selling right now. Now, I see 210 right now currently, but the fact that they're selling at that 195 after shipping and fees, that's gonna probably put you at around 215, 210 with all that being said and done. So at this point right now, before they even released, you could get these in a secondary market for 210 free ship or 210 shipped. And these are gonna be retailing for 210 shipped on release day. Then that means that this shoe may go down a little bit and maybe come in below retail on release day or at retail on release day. Why do we mention that? Well, we mention that because that gives you an idea on how you should go about copping this shoe. Whether it's this shoe that you need to wake up at 10 o'clock in the morning, go up to your mall, or go up anywhere else, or be on your P's and Q's. That's why we always bring in the secondary market at the end of the day. We'll have to just keep our eyes peeled and make sure when we do our follow-up on this that we let you guys and girls know about it. But overall, regardless of how the shoe does in this secondary market, I like this shoe, and more than likely, I may be adding this one to the collection. A very clean shoe, very nice shoe. And if you're an Eagles fan, this is definitely a shoe for you. So yeah, let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions on this one down below in the comment section. As always, I love y'all, I appreciate y'all, and I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.